a missing girl, a broken journalist, a hacker with a vendetta. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo isn't just a movie, it's a chilling descent into a world of secrets, power, and brutality. Directed by David Fincher and based on Stieg Larsson's best-selling novel, this 2011 thriller is a masterclass in tension and intrigue. But beneath the mystery lies something even darker: corruption, abuse, and the terrifying truth about the monsters that walk among us. Welcome to the Spoiler Zone. Today, we unravel the secrets of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, from its shocking story to the hidden details you may have missed. Our story begins in Stockholm. Michael Blomkvist, played by Daniel Craig, is a disgraced journalist drowning in scandal after losing a libel case against powerful businessman Hans-Erik Wennerström. With his reputation shattered, he receives an unexpected offer: investigate the 40-year-old disappearance of Harriet Vanger, a girl from one of Sweden's wealthiest families. Henrik Vanger, Harriet's aging uncle, believes she was murdered by someone within their own bloodline. As Blomkvist digs deeper, he realizes the Vanger family is anything but ordinary. They are cold, secretive, and harbor a past filled with ties to Nazism and abuse. Henrik's annual torment, receiving a framed pressed flower, just like Harriet used to give him, suggests that someone wants him to remember her or fear her. Enter Lisbeth Salander, portrayed with chilling precision by Rooney Mara. A brilliant but socially withdrawn hacker, Lisbeth has been under state guardianship her entire life. Controlled by her corrupt guardian, Nils German, she is subjected to horrific sexual abuse. But Lisbeth is not a victim, she's a survivor. Using her intellect and sheer will, she turns the tables on German, delivering one of the most brutal and satisfying revenge moments in cinema. Soon, Blomkvist and Lisbeth's paths cross. She aids his investigation, uncovering a disturbing pattern. Harriet's disappearance is linked to a series of grisly murders spanning decades. Each victim's name corresponds with Old Testament verses, clues to ritualistic killings of women, many with Jewish ancestry. As they piece together the puzzle, the evidence leads them to Martin Vanger, Harriet's brother. One fateful night, Blomkvist finds himself face to face with the monster behind the crimes. Martin Vanger, the seemingly respectable businessman, is a sadistic killer who has spent decades torturing and murdering women in the underground lair beneath his estate. He revels in his power over his victims, taunting Blomkvist before attempting to kill him. But Lisbeth arrives just in time. Armed with her motorcycle helmet and sheer fury, she chases Martin as he flees, ultimately watching as he crashes his car and burns to death in a fiery explosion. One monster is gone, but the mystery isn't over. Harriet is alive. Hidden away in exile, she had escaped the Vanger family's horrors by assuming a new identity. The true horror? Her father, Gottfried, was the original murderer, and Martin had continued his father's twisted legacy. Harriet had killed Gottfried in self-defense, but rather than live under Martin's control, she fled. Now, she finally returns home, reclaiming her life from the ghosts of the past. Beyond its gripping mystery, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a film about power: who wields it, who abuses it, and who fights back. Lisbeth Salander is one of the most compelling female protagonists in modern cinema. She isn't just a hacker, she is a woman who has been failed by the system, abused by those in power, yet refuses to be broken. Her retaliation against German isn't just personal, it's symbolic. It's a warning to every predator who believes their victims will stay silent. Meanwhile, Michael Blomkvist is the classic truth seeker, a journalist willing to risk everything to expose corruption. His character mirrors Stieg Larsson's own career as a journalist who fearlessly tackled far-right extremism and corporate crime. And then there's Martin Vanger, a villain who doesn't wear a mask or hide in the shadows. He exists in plain sight, respected, successful, the perfect example of how true evil often looks: ordinary. His crimes are horrifying, not just because of their brutality, but because of how easily men like him blend into society. David Fincher, the mastermind behind, say, Seven and Fight Club, was the perfect director for this dark tale. His signature moody cinematography, paired with a haunting score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, transforms Sweden into a landscape of isolation and dread. Every frame of this film drips with tension, making even the quietest moments feel dangerous. Then there's Rooney Mara's performance. To become Lisbeth Salander, she went through an extreme transformation, piercings, weight loss, and an intensity that made her nearly unrecognizable. Her portrayal is raw, vulnerable, and terrifyingly real. No wonder she earned an Oscar nomination for it. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo isn't just a mystery. It's a brutal, thought-provoking thriller that forces us to confront the darkness lurking beneath the surface of power and privilege. It's about the voices that refuse to be silenced, the truth-seekers who risk everything, and the monsters who live not in shadows, but in the open. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most chilling films of the 21st century, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more shocking breakdowns from the spoiler zone. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and never stop questioning the truth.